everyone. Can everyone hear me? Okay, awesome. Thank you for coming to yoga. Today we're going to start on our backs. So we can start in Shavasana. Otherwise, one of my favorite ways is to start in a reclined butterfly. So soles of your feet together for a nice, gentle hip opening. Um, I invite you to close your eyes here. And the first few minutes of class, we're just going to allow ourselves to arrive to yoga. I know sometimes it can feel a little hectic in your mornings or even later on in your day. So it's really important for us to just check in with our bodies and our spirit, try to soothe and calm whatever is going on internally. And we can do that by just starting to slow down our breathing here. So you can, if you want to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Sometimes that feels really nice and protective. Or you can place your hands wherever feels good for you. And now just start to breathe nice and slow here. Nowhere to be besides right here, connecting with your breath. Every time you take an inhale, try to slow it down a little bit each way. And then when you do exhale, exhale completely. Release everything out of your body, a full exhalation. And each time you breathe, just take in a little bit more air. And then full exhaling. And then just notice how your body is feeling right now. If you're holding any tension anywhere or even in your mind, just notice it. And then just breathe deep into that space. When we slow our breath down, it helps to create a sense of peace and calm in our mind. So this is sort of like pranayama breathing. So it's another part of yoga. Yoga is many things besides just poses. Breathing is more important than a yoga pose. So I really want to take the time in the beginning of class to really connect with our breath. So we're going to breathe slow and we're going to move through some poses and vinyasa flows. I will always give you options, but if something doesn't feel good for you, you know your body best. So just take what serves you in the moment. You can always come into a child's pose or a comfortable seat if you just need a little break. So with that said, we'll take 3 more deep breaths just as you are. Vinyasa yoga is breathing into a pose. So we will always try to carry this slow breath with us throughout our practice. So take 2 more nice big breaths. Nice and peaceful and still, preparing yourself to build some heat in the next 30, 40 minutes. One more breath. When you finished your last breath, we're going to stay on our back. But if you are in butterfly pose, you can bring your knees up so your feet can be about hip width apart. And we're just going to drop our knees to the left, cactus our arms, and then look towards the right. But you can keep your eyes closed and take 3 deep breaths here. Just going to start off with some nice gentle stretches just to warm our body up for practice. Take one more breath here. Nice full inhale, complete exhalation, full release. And then inhale, lift your knees back up and drop them to the right. and then your gaze can go to the left. Take 3 deep breaths here. Trying to keep our breathing slow all through class will kind of help us to move into poses. That's why it's nice to take it a little slow in the beginning and just really connect with our body and our breath. So one more breath. And then bring your knees back to center and then stretch out on your mat like a star. And then we're gonna move into a couple banana stretches on our back. So you can grab opposite elbows and then bring your elbows towards the right corner of your mat. And then your feet can come to the right corner of your mat, stretching the left side of our rib cage. If you want a little more of a stretch, you can pick your left foot up and cross it over the right. Take 3 breaths here, deep breathing. With each inhale, try to lengthen a little more. And when you exhale, try to soften and release into your stretch. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. You can switch hands on your elbows if you want, and then move to the left side of your mat. And if you want to bring your right foot on top of your left, take 3 breaths in this easy banana stretch here. 2 more, nice and slow. Last breath on this side. When you finish your last breath, you can release out of your stretch out nice and wide again on your mat. And then we're gonna grab behind our knees and we're gonna do some spinal rolls. You can do 3 or 4 spinal rolls. When we do land, we're gonna land on hands and knees for tabletop. So when you do arrive, no rush, we will all be here together. We'll have our wrists under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. And then from there, we'll start to move through cat and cow. So we'll inhale to lift our tail, lift our heart, look behind our head. Exhale to push the mat away, chin to chest. Inhale, dropping belly, lifting heart. Nice stretch here. Exhale, cat spine, pushing the mat away. You can keep your eyes closed here and you can start to move in an organic and natural way that feels good for you. Sometimes it feels good to make hip circles. Sometimes it feels good to roll your spine left and right. For people that want any wrist relief, you can base your fingers towards your knees and stretch your wrist that way. So just explore with your own body what feels good during cat cow. Remembering to breathe and then move into the next pose. And stretch a little more each way. Really exaggerate your stretch. Release all the tension that you're holding in your hips, in your neck, your back. And we'll take 3 more rounds of breath, but not rushing, just breathing nice and slow. Last breath. And then when you finish your last breath, come back into stillness and then keep your right palm on the mat and inhale your left arm up to stretch. And then when you exhale, send your arm underneath your right, left cheek and left temple on the mat, thread the needle pose. So this is a nice shoulder stretch. Take 3 breaths here. If you want to reach your right hand towards the top of your mat and grip your mat, sometimes that helps in this pose. Take 2 more breaths. Last breath here. Full exhale. When you've finished your last breath, inhale to lift up your arm, stretch, turn your wrist around, wrist circles, and then left palm down. Inhale your right arm up, stretch nice and wide, really stretch and open your heart. And then exhale to send your right arm under your left, feeling that nice, amazing stretch in your neck and shoulder. 3 breaths here. Last breath. Inhale to release your arm up to the sky, twisting your wrist around. And then we're going to exhale our hips back for child's pose. Your toes can be touching and your knees can be as wide as you want. Then just slide your hands on your mat, letting your chest and forehead come towards the mat for 3 breaths. Trying to keep our breathing slow no matter what pose we're in gives us a little sense of control. One more big breath here. When you fully exhaled, inhale back into tabletop. We will all be here together. Once you're in tabletop, take an inhale and curl your toes under, and then exhale to send your hips up for down dog. So for our first down dog, we're going to be here for about 5 breaths. So just allow yourself to arrive here. You can pedal your legs out. Let your head be nice and heavy. Don't hold any tension in your neck. Just let it hang loose. If you want to shake yes and no's, make sure your hands are spread nice and wide, and then like push the mat away so your chest is coming towards your thighs. Your knees can be slightly bent to have a straight back. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Just feeling this full body stretch inversion, letting all the tension come out of our head here. 2 more breaths. Last one. Now inhale to look up at your hands, empty your lungs, and walk towards the top of your mat. Arrive with a flat back. Inhale, hands to shins. You can take an extra breath here just to check in with your body. Then we're going to exhale into our first forward fold. So your feet can be 2 fists apart or a little more wider if you want. We're going to be down here for 5 breaths. So your knees can be slightly bent. You can grab opposite elbows for ragdoll if you want. When you inhale, try to straighten your legs a little more. And then exhale, fold even deeper. 3 more breaths. You can sway left and right, releasing our tension in our muscles in our low back. 2 more breaths. Inhaling to lengthen our legs more. Exhaling to come deeper. Last breath here. Release your grip if you have one. And when we rise, rise so slowly, keeping like the ragdoll arms and head. Let your head come up last. And then once you get to the top, just start to make some natural shoulder rolls. Maybe move your neck a little left and right. And then we'll breathe together. Breathing together is very nice in community in yoga. Inhaling our arms up, waiting for each other. Exhale. Hands to your heart. We'll do that 3 more times, and we'll breathe a little slower each way. Inhale, arms up. Really enjoy just taking in this good air, filling up our lungs, waiting for each other. Exhale. Little slower each way. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath, biggest one. Inhale. And then we'll wait for each other and hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Release your palms for mountain. We're just going to stand in mountain for a couple breaths. You can close your eyes, or if you want, if you're somebody who likes to give yourself intentions or a positive mantra, this is a good time to do that, to set yourself up for your day or the rest of your practice. Just a little moment of silence is good too. Just to be in mountain, it's a good feeling. And then we will move through our first sun salutation. Inhale, arms up. We'll move through a couple of these and we'll go a little faster with each round. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift and step back, come into plank pose. Your knees can be down for plank. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. So we're activating our core here. Inhale to push the mat away so your shoulders expand. Stay on your exhale. It's okay if you want to rock up and down here too. 3 more breaths. 2 more. Last breath. When we exhale down, we're going to first drop our knees and then our chest, then our chin. So we're in 8-limbed pose. Press your heart up for cobra. Exhale into down dog. Take an extra breath in down dog. And then inhale to look up at your hands, empty your lungs, travel to the top of your mat. Arrive with the flat back on your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Release your palms from mountain and take an extra nice big breath here or 2. We'll move through 2 more. We'll move a little quicker each way to build some heat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway. Step back for plank. When you exhale to low plank, you can bring your shoulders over your wrists to avoid injury. Lower down. Inhale your heart up for cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take an extra breath here. And then look up at your hands, empty your lungs, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release your palms from mountain pose. Take a couple grounding breaths here. Then we'll move a little quicker for the next round. So inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway, step back. Exhale to lower. Inhale your heart up. Exhale, down dog. From down dog, drop your feet or knees down and come into child's pose or a comfortable seat. Just take 4 breaths here. Take another breath. We're going to move through a little flow on the floor here. It's another option if you want to skip the vinyasas in between poses. So you can inhale yourself up, bring your knees together, and then you're going to slide your hands and then lift your heart. And then you're going to exhale your hips back. So we'll do that a couple times. Inhale to bring yourself forward. You can bring your toes up if you want. Exhale back into child's pose. Just a couple more. Inhale up. Exhale child's. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale child's pose. Just take a couple breaths in child's pose. That is just an option for you if you don't want to do down dogs and planks. You can flow that way too. But we will move into our first pose. So we're going to inhale ourselves up into table. Exhale our hips up for down dog. Take an extra breath here. Then we're going to inhale our right leg to the sky. Step our foot through the middle of our hands. Release our left knee to the ground. Uncurl your toes. We're going to set up for our low lunge, but we're going to set ourselves up so left leg is straight, shin and foot is pressing into the ground. You're like lunging into your right knee. And then inhale your arms up for 3 breaths. 3 deep and slow breaths. One more breath. Inhale your hands down. Exhale to send your hips back for half splits so your toes can be pointing towards the ceiling. We're going to be here for 3 breaths. So bring your right hip back to line up with your left if you can. Just kind of have that mental point to go to. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. Inhale back up into low lunge, but keep your left palm down and then right arm up for an easy twist for 3 breaths. And if you're feeling like pretty energetic, you can lift up your left knee to add a little bit more heat in your flow. 2 more breaths. I'll bring your palm back down to meet the left. If you have your left knee up, release it. We're going to toe heel our right foot out, and we're going to come into our lizard pose. So this is a deep hip opening. So if you want to keep your arms up, you may, or you can come onto your forearms. And here we're going to take 4 breaths. So keep your breath nice and smooth here. I know that this pose can be pretty intense, but it's really, really healthy for us to release all that knotted up tension in our hips. So just try to be kind to yourself if you're feeling any feelings arrive to your mind. Try to release tension if you're holding any tension in your jaw. Take 1 more breath. Inhale to bring yourself up gently. Toe heel your foot back to center. Inhale your left knee up, and we're going to meet our left foot next to our right. We're going to fold right away. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release your palms from mountain. Just take a couple breaths here. Mentally prepare for the left side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway. Step back for your plank. Always option to lower your knees, drop your knees, and then come down. Inhale your heart up. Exhale, down dog. We'll all meet in down dog, so there's no rush. We're all going to be in the same space. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Step your foot to the middle of your hands. Uncurl your right toes. Let your right knee press into the mat, setting up for your low lunge. Inhale your arms up. Stay for 3 breaths or take an optional back bend. You can cactus your arms and just let your head drop back. 2 breaths. If you're in a back bend, inhale to gently come up. Hands frame your foot. Exhale your hips back for half splits. The goal in half splits is to just stretch your hamstring and your calf. So if that's the sensation you're feeling, that's great. Doesn't matter how you look. This is definitely a funky looking pose. 2 more breaths. One more. Inhale yourself forward, moving into lizard. So we're toe heeling our left foot towards the outside of our mat. And if this is a good enough hip stretch for you, you can stay just like this. If you want a little more, come down onto your forearms and allow that natural release in your hip. Take 3 deep breaths here. Remembering to try to release any extra tension you're holding and just breathe into your left hip. 2 more breaths. Gently inhale up. Toe heel your foot to center. Right palm down, inhale, left arm up for an easy twist. Power up your right knee if you want to add a little more heat into your flow. 2 more breaths. Last one. Exhale. Bring your palm down, step your right foot to meet your left. Fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Release your palms for mountain. Take a couple grounding breaths here. We have one standing series to go through, and then we'll move into our restorative poses to seal class. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Step back. Exhale to lower. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, down dog. Take an extra breath here. Pedal out your legs, shake out your head. Then we'll inhale our right leg up. Step our right leg through the center. We're gonna arrive in a low runner's lunge just to set ourselves up to inhale our arms up into high lunge. We're gonna hold high lunge for 3 breaths. You can stay in high lunge, or if you're craving extra movement, twist to the left with your arms out. Just an option if you want more. Otherwise, being in high lunge is plenty. 1 more breath. If you're twisted, untwist, drop your right heel, bend into your left knee, or your right knee, sorry, I'm opposite. We're coming into warrior 2 for 3 breaths. So shoulders relaxed, bend into your right knee pointing towards your pinky toe so that your hips can be open. Very good. 2 more breaths. Keeping your hips or your legs exactly as they are. Inhale to sweep your right arm overhead, reverse warrior. Just for 1 breath, coming right out into side angle. One big breath. Inhale up, straighten your right leg. Reverse triangle. Reaching all the way back, stretching our ribs. Inhale up, and you can bring your foot closer to set up for a triangle. So we're going to keep our right leg straight. We're going to keep our pelvic floor up. And with our arms, our right hand reach, trying to keep our pelvic up, and then come down into triangle. You can look up at your left hands if that feels good on your neck. Take 3 breaths. Last one here. Inhale up, come into warrior 2 for 1 breath, and then exhale to flow. You can skip these flows, or you can do the child's pose flow if that feels better for you. We have 1 more side to go, and we'll all meet in down dog. Take your time. Then we'll inhale our left leg to the sky. Step it through, keeping our right knee up. Temporary low runner's lunge, just catching our breath here. Then inhaling our arms up. 3 breaths. Option to twist. One more breath. And then we're going to open up to warrior 2. So bend into your left knee, right heel drops. Left knee pointing towards your left pinky toes. Hips are nice and open, shoulders relaxed. 3 breaths. Try to stay with that nice, slow breathing. 1 more breath. Keeping our legs, inhale, reverse warrior. 1 big sweep. Exhaling into side angle. Just a little flow there. Inhale up, straighten your left leg. Reverse your triangle. 3 breaths. Last breath. Inhale your arms up. Bring your right foot a little closer if you want. Trying to keep our pelvic floor lifted. Reaching with our left hand till we can't reach. Then coming into our triangle. 3 breaths here. Last breath. Inhale up. Exhale with a bent knee for warrior 2. Take 1 breath here. Exhale to flow down. Inhale plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale your heart up, but this time come into child's pose or a comfortable seat, or if you need water or to wipe your sweat. We're going to take just a minute to breathe, reboot. We have 1 balancing pose, and then we'll come down onto our bellies. Just take a couple breaths. If you need more movement, you can absolutely do what you need to do. If you're in your child's pose, come back in to tabletop. Exhale, down dog, but walk your hands towards your feet and slowly come in, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Maybe take a little bow of gratitude for your practice. And then we'll move into our balancing series. So we're gonna do tree pose, but I like to add a little extra in tree. So we're gonna balance on our foot for like 50 seconds to a minute. So we're gonna first balance on our right foot. So just start to make some movement with your right foot into your mat. Connect with your feet here. Then when you feel nice and rooted through your right leg, inhale your left knee up and squeeze it. And this is where you're going to challenge your balance. If you feel wobbly, that's okay. Just let yourself feel a little wobbly. Once you find some stillness, open up your leg, hand to knee pose. Take 3 breaths just like this. If you're feeling like you need more challenge, look towards your right hand. 2 breaths. Last breath. But we're going to keep balancing and we're going to move into tree. So if your foot is down by your ankle or your inner thigh, find where you want your foot and then pick out your tree leaves. Do you want to be a big tree? Do you want hands to your heart? Whatever feels good for you, and we'll just find some stillness, challenging ourselves with balance and stillness. If you come out of your pose, just get right back, pick up right where you left off. Very beautiful. 2 more breaths. Release your left foot, shake out your right balancing leg. That feels really good sometimes. And then we'll prepare to balance on our left foot. So each side feels different. Sometimes for me, it feels good knowing what I'm doing. So sometimes the second side I'm stronger at because I have already been here before. So maybe we can hold this side a little longer. So pick up your right knee, squeeze it, testing your balance. You can roll your ankle around too. Once you feel balanced, open up, grabbing your right knee, hand to knee pose. 3 breaths. Last breath. And then we're moving into trees. So where do you want your tree on this side? Does it feel good to have your foot by your ankle, your shin, your inner thigh, as long as it's not pressing into your knee? And then maybe this time choose different hand variation to give ourselves a little challenge. It's okay to have a little challenge. It's okay to wobble. This means you're growing strength. Find a still point to focus on and take 3 breaths. Trees wobble, trees wave in the wind. All kinds of trees are unique and beautiful. 1 more breath. Hands to your heart. Release your foot. Shake out your standing foot. And we'll take 1 last flow, but we'll flow to our bellies. So inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Come into your plank pose. Hold plank here. 3 breaths. Last little burner here. 2 more. Now exhale, lower slowly, as slow as you can. And then you can make a little palm pile and rest your forehead. We're going to move into half frog here. So left leg out at a 90-degree angle. You can cactus your arms and your right cheek can be on the mat so you're looking towards your bent knee. You can stretch your leg out to intensify your frog stretch here. And we'll take 5 breaths. If you do have your leg stretched out and you feel your left hip pop up, maybe bring your leg in a little closer. Because while we're stretching in frog, we do want to keep both of our hip points as close to the ground. Two more breaths. Now is a good time to come back to that nice, slow breath. One more big breath here. Gently, gently close your leg up. Try not to move so quickly. And then we'll bend our right leg at a 90-degree angle. Your left cheek on the mat. Again, option if you want to stretch your right leg out and take 5 breaths. Take one more big breath here. Bring your right leg back in nice and gently. Press yourself up, and we're going to take an embryo pose. So, embryo pose, your legs are closed in, and you're making like a little embryo, like a little capsule, forehead to the ground for 3 breaths. If embryo pose is a bit much, you can just take a child's pose or a comfortable seat. One more breath. Inhale yourself up, and then we're going to move to our backs. If you want to come down through butterfly, you can bring the soles of your feet together and bring one elbow down and come down and take a couple breaths in your butterfly pose. The second butterfly pose. If you're hot, you can bring your hands overhead for this one. Take one more big breath. Very, very gently close up your knees. Grab a hold of your left knee and let your right leg straighten out on your mat. So how we were just standing, squeezing our knee, and we're going to do that on our backs. This is wind relieving. So we're going to squeeze our left knee into our chest. You can look down at your knee so that your chin is making a double chin, so your spine is nice and straight. Move your knee towards your left armpit and then back towards your chest, and keep that compression and just move it around a little. And then we'll release the left knee and grab the right, squeezing it nice and tight, looking down at our knee, bringing our right knee towards our right armpit, and then moving towards our chest. Just make that little movement back and forth. Then release that right leg. Then grab both knees. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. You can bring your forehead up if you want a little core action. Squeeze your knees nice and tight. Then either grab your feet, shins, or your ankles for happy baby. For happy baby, we want to keep all of our back muscles on the mat, so low back as well. You can press your elbows into your shins to create like a nice hip stretch. And then you can start to rock left and right. You can stretch one leg and then the other. And then release your happy baby legs. And for our last final pose, we're going to come into a spinal stretch. So again, we're going to pick up our left knee. We're going to drag it across our body, dropping our knee towards the right of us, opening our left arm and gazing towards our left fingers. So a nice spinal stretch. Take 2 deep breaths here. And then release out of that side, stretching your left leg out nice and straight. Grab your right knee, bring your right knee across your body towards the left. Open your right arm, gaze towards your right hand, and take 2 breaths. When you finish your last breath, take a nice stretch on your mat, but then come into your Shavasana, your corpse pose, just the way we started, palms facing towards the ceiling, toes pointing opposite directions. Close your eyes if that feels good, and just come back to your nice, deep breathing. This is the seal to our yoga practice. I really love starting yoga in a very calm way and ending in a very calm way. Just allow your heart come back to a neutral pace. With your slowed down breathing, you're helping to clear your mind. When you fully exhale out of your mouth, you're releasing all the toxicity and tension that you're holding in your body. Keep your eyes closed. We're going to close practice right here on our backs. But if you want to start to wake yourself up, you can start to move your wrists and your ankles, but just stay as you are. But we will seal practice together with one big breath. So release whatever breath you have. I'm going to bring my hands to my heart, and we will take a very nice long inhale, biggest inhale, and exhale out of your mouth. Thank you all for joining me for yoga today. I hope you have a very good weekend. Namaste.